Welcome to the Luv-A-Lution show. We are a conscious family radio talk show, speaking truth, love, and freedom for all. Know thyself to love thyself. In this show, we'll be discussing topics such as how to free your mind control, higher conscious levels, self-love and self-mastery, natural law, conscious parenting, social engineering, and off-gridding, along with much, much more. And now, the sacred feminine and sacred masculine, dynamic twin flame, Luv-A-Lutionary hosts, Amy and John Paul. Enjoy the show. Hey, welcome to the Revolution show. Sorry for that little delay here. My name is John Paul.
My name is Amy.
We got Angus. We got Sebastian. We got our cats and a new member to the Revolution posse, Hammy the hamster. Yep, we got a hamster. And we are gifted a hamster. We're thankful and excited to be here today with you guys tonight. Hope you're doing well out there. Woo! Revolution, all you guys on Revolution.radio. Welcome. We are here for truth, love, and freedom. We're making it cool to know the truth, know thyself, to love thyself, to love others, which will get us out of this mess. Okay, freeing your mind control. Hope you're on that journey. Please love yourself before you love anyone else. Okay, we're taught to love things. We gotta love us. That image in the mirror, the imagination of ourselves. We gotta think big of ourselves, think highly of ourselves. You're amazing, and we're all in this together. We're here doing this show to unite humanity, okay? Mankind, we're so divided, so fractured in so many ways. And
can I just add one thing here?
Yes, of course, love.
Yeah, and then when we do that inner work, that shadow work, love ourselves, it affects everyone collectively, and it affects the whole.
Yes.
So everything you do to better yourself, it does affect everyone else.
Absolutely. So you know. It's contagious, that high vibration, raising your vibration, raising your conscious level, right? To be conscious is that ability to identify patterns within the feminine or microcosm of oneself and in the external world or the macrocosm or masculine aspect of oneself. All right.
And that's the real marriage, folks.
That's the true alchemical marriage with oneself, is balancing the sacred feminine and masculine within. Right. That's the deep knowing thyself. Right. Knowing the non-aggression, non-violent principle. Right. And knowing to not initiate harm. You don't have the right. That's natural law. Right. And then the masculine is the self-defense. Do no harm, take no shit. Okay, the truth is real simple. We're going to be going over truth and how it is objective, not subjective. Mine, his, your truth, their truth. Yeah. No, that's all divided, fractal. It could be a billion different truths with a billion different people. We got to get on the same page. That's why we're doing this, to unite in consciousness, higher levels, right? And big shout out to Rev Radio, Revolution.radio, the amazing platform that allows us to blast out these transmissions. We're off the grid on the side of a mountain, and Luv-A-Lution.radio or freedomslips.com. Check out Revolution.radio, or freedomslips.com. Please donate if you can. Support this amazing platform, the number one listener supported radio station in the world, uncensored, thankfully. Big shout out to them and big thanks to them for allowing us to do this show. We enjoy it coming to you from our off the grid camp here on the side of Mount Truth, we call it.
North America.
We're on the Far East, North America. And hope you're enjoying wherever you are. Started your Luv-A-Lution wherever you are. And I've started doing the homework, realizing it's all BS. They've taught us. Okay?
Much more, than they taught us.
The problem, I'm going to paraphrase a Bill Hicks quote. The problem isn't there's not enough food, there's not enough land, or we're killing the earth. It's that the problem is psychopaths are running the show for their greedy interests and could care nothing about humanity. So, anyway, that's a paraphrase from the late great quote comedian, Bill Hicks. Loved his work, and he was far ahead of his time and knew a lot. So we appreciate that knowledge that he shared. And that's why we're here to do what we're doing, to share the knowledge with you. Agape, if you've heard of it, agape is that true highest form of love. Love is the law. Love under will, right? Where that when you know oneself, you know to do no harm. You know these natural laws that exist because everything is you and you are everything. If you hurt something out there, then you are hurting yourself. So, what was it? Monad is the one fits in the all, right? The individual being. We have three forms that make up our fundamental consciousness: thoughts, emotions, actions. All right? Think it, feel it, do it. Otherwise, and that is what the Wizard of Oz was all about. So, those different emotions played out in the different characters. All right. So anyway, when the unification of consciousness in those three expressions. So you have the scarecrow was the thought forms, right? The brain. You had the Tin Man was the emotions, right? He wanted a heart. Scarecrow wanted a brain. And then the lion was the action, the courage. And he wanted, to be brave. So anyway, these things you ignite within oneself. That's part of the inner work, the knowing thyself. To balancing these three emotions, your thoughts, that your thoughts are going to create your reality. It starts with that law of mentalism. Right? That's the number one hermetic principle that starts them all. Starts the ball rolling. All comes from an idea or a thought. Then we have those emotions behind it. We have a strong passion for, say, doing something. And then you take the action. So, we're big proponents of this, knowing thyself.
I wanted to add something too.
Yes, love. Go ahead.
After you finish that thought.
Yeah. No. Well. That's the agape love, right? And this is all thelema, okay, which is encoded principles, concepts, and a philosophy of higher conscious levels All right, you might have heard it of Thelema. Right, truth, love, and freedom is the equation in Thelema that will lead us. The care for truth plus that love will lead us to equals freedom.
And then I just want to add, when we connect the soul, body, and mind, that connection gives way to the spirit and allows the spirit to come forward. When we balance the soul, body, mind, we're communicating to ourselves all the time from our higher self if we actually listen. And that's that soul that's within each and every one of us. And once that soul connects to the body and everything's working together, that unites together the spirit.
Yes, absolutely.
Can shine.
Well said.
And be strong. You can be strong.
Yeah, I'm
just going to put little Angus to bed, everybody.
Yes.
I will be right back.
Angie.
And we're making bread cakes.
Love you.
We're all about bread cakes, you guys.
Yes, we got a special food item that we do, our sourdough. We have our own starter sourdough bread.
So good for the gut.
Yeah, the best gut bread you could have. The probiotics.
Our guts help.
Natural ones, not the ones in yogurt that they tell you need. That's garbage. It makes you constipated. But anyway, back to what we're talking about. Agape, higher conscious levels and higher levels of love for not just oneself, for your fellow brothers and sisters out there.
And that's how it was. That's how it was here.
It used to be, yes, absolutely. Like an avatar society, sorry.
Yeah.
Like we're connected with the animals in harmony before the fall of man, in harmony with the animals, working, living on the earth, all getting along, not killing, not torturing each other, not murdering each other, in a beautiful synchronicity.
The great points. Yeah, 5D.
And it can get that way again. This all has to collapse. It's all got to go away. Higher conscious levels have to emerge, right? The critical mass of 51%. That's why we're doing this.
That's why we talk about freeing our mind control.
Yes, so we got to wake and shake our brothers and sisters up.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's good points. And I was putting Angus to bed, so I'll actually pass you that.
All right.
And I'll be right with you.
All right. So anyway, we love doing this and appreciate all the great people out there have come before us that hosted and shared information, all the people that have inspired us. We have a website, Luv-A-Lution.net, Luv-A-Lution.net. We have over 80 plus true speakers and seekers like us that have done a lot of work and helped to share what's going on out there. All right, we gotta want to know what's going on because we have to. If you have children, we gotta protect our children. We gotta raise conscious beings that won't just go be cogs in the system, right? So that's why we're doing this. Consciousness over convenience, right? Conscious parenting, choosing your child before they try to make it all about the convenience of the parent. Just drop them off.
Yeah, choose your children before money.
Yeah, it's more important what goes in your child, like the jabs, instead of the clothes that go on your child, the brands. Okay, so beware. Be aware, more aware of what's going in your child, like the food, the GMOs, the garbage everywhere, the processed food, which isn't food or nutrition, it's just food stuff or fake food, really. So, as Dr. Sebi used to say, if Mother Nature didn't make it, don't take it. And we love Dr. Sebi, rest in peace. He inspired us to do the seaweed superfood that we had. It was a business we were selling, health supplements. Anyway, thanks to you for all those who helped support that. We appreciate you out there. Love you. And we're on Amazon got off of that evil empire because they were ripping us off, taking all our hard-earned flow. And we can't, Luv-A-Lution and evil empires, we can't mix. We don't work with them. So we got out of there. And yeah, I think one person sent the bottle back, and we got over 1,000 bottles. And so everyone did benefit, and so we were trying to.
It's good for us, you guys. Yeah. It's not bad for us. It's good for us.
Yes.
And so it didn't have bad side effects.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
But anyway, we'll be getting into other ventures, maybe some gummies, or vitamin C gummies that are more fun. People don't like taking a pill or a capsule sometimes, and anyway, we get it. But hope you're loving yourself out there. It's real important every day. And loving your animals, your pets. Animals are our friends. They're here to teach us. You can learn a lot from them. We have 2 cats and a hamster, and then we watch all the birds and squirrels and what else? Raccoons, Sasquatch, what else?
Turkeys, fox.
Wolves, fox, turkeys. What else we got here?
Yeah, all sorts of birds.
We got eagles, a lot of birds, turkey vultures.
The only TV we watch.
Yeah, that's the only TV. That's it. We watch. Great one, honey. Yeah, kill your TV, all right? Because it's killing your brain, your mind, all right? That's the number 1 mind control tool. Destroy our televisions. I never owned one.
And just AI in general. I feel like the AI can get in the way. We forget about nature. We forget about why we're here. We get sucked into the AI.
Yeah.
So it's really good to take breaks.
Absolutely. Yeah, so we the mind is infinite in everything, right? That's where what you think you become. So it's powerful. We're so much more than we see. And we're citizens of this universe, helping to raise the vibration of the earth, of love on the earth. Wow, I don't know who said that, but anyway, I'm paraphrasing an anonymous quote there. Obfuscation, we use that word a lot. We're going to go over that definition. The creation of false ideas to hide truth. Obfuscation, the creation of false ideas to hide the truth. Obfuscation is used by the evil to confuse us so people will be unable to differentiate the truth from falsehoods.
Wow, that makes so much sense. Yeah, they got it.
Everywhere. You see, boys don't even know if they're boys. Girls don't know if they're girls. The obfuscation has gotten so insane.
No one knows they're enslaved.
No one knows the social engineers, how they want boys making girls and boys go away and just having one unisex that doesn't reproduce anymore.
Why do they want to do that?
All right, Brave New World. We got to read these books. 1980.
Why do they want to do that?
Why? So they depopulation.
Yeah,
and then
turn them into robots.
Yeah,
more programmable.
Yes, merge us with machines as they are doing.
Because when we're stuck in our lower chakras,
cyborgs,
right? When we're focused on our sex, we actually go into our lower chakras and we get out of our hearts. Because I don't even remember what I look like most of the time. I don't really think about my sex, during the day a lot. Like, these things keep us in our lower chakras, down low, and so it's very hard for us to raise our vibration when we're very stuck in the sex identification.
Absolutely. You keep rhyming. Do you know that, honey? You're just talking and rhyming. She's an amazing lyricist.
Yep, making food.
She is a... Yeah. Okay, Angie. Parenting never stops. True conscious parenting. We don't just hand them over to grandma, grandpa, the state, daycare. Okay, which is don't care. All right. So,
And we made sacrifices. It hasn't been easy over here.
no.
Living on one income in today's age. We live in a travel trailer so I can be home. If we had a big rent, no. We wouldn't be able to both be home. So we've had to make these really hard sacrifices, but they're worth it.
We have simplified our life and sacrificed a lot for our children's education. And we're re-educating ourselves, Amy and I, while we educate our children properly and how we wished we were educated, with the truth instead of the baloney lies it took 30 years to deprogram myself.
Yeah, and it's conscious parenting brings you back to yourself, right? So if you don't do healing, then you pass on ancestral programs, things that you don't exactly really like about your parents. You know, you'll become that, and then you'll pass that down. So it's really taking a hard look at yourself as a conscious parent. And your kids teach you to look more at yourself than point fingers. Because it's easy to think, oh, wow, something must be wrong with my child, or what's going on here? And then you realize, well, maybe it's the way I've been treating my child, or, you know, it always stems back to yourself on a self-love journey. Self-love isn't like cupcakes and butterflies. It's doing the hard work on yourself.
Absolutely.
Being committed. Yeah.
Yeah. It's that self-mastery we talked about, and it's mastering those three things: that thought, emotions, and actions. When you can do that, that's where the term master, also the term mastermind, when you can master your left brain and right brain hemisphere with cohesion, more of that heart-based intelligence. You're using those left and right as powerful engines, but the heart-based intelligence and the soul is in charge, not the ego. That's how we live. By doing right livelihood. What is that, you might ask? Well, that's doing no harm with an occupation, with some work. Whatever you're doing, are you harming? Ask yourself. Is like, for instance, I was commercial fishing, and that is doing harm.
And then you start to realize, whoa, there's a lot of jobs that cause harm. Like almost every single job causes harm. Like everything you do to the earth and everything you pollute it with. Wow. You start to realize, oh my God, it's not that I don't want to work. It's just that these jobs are all causing harm. Like, so you have to create your own jobs. You have to create your own schools. You have to create your own places for people to go. You have to go back into the community, right? We have to do these things. John Paul and I were talking about oxygen machines today. You know, we need to evolve with our health and realize, you know, do the things that actually make us feel good, not keep going to these institutions that make us sick, right? So we got a lot of work to do, you guys, but we can do it. We can do it together.
Yes. Our bodies have the innate ability to heal themselves under the right conditions, right? We have to condition ourselves not to go see a white coat every time we feel a little under the weather, and know that it's all within you. It starts within you. All right. And they're just going to administer a pill, a scalpel, or a jab. That's their three choices.
Then choose.
So, knowing thyself is saying no to the medical. One, they take your health and your money. So, yeah, why don't you do yourself a favor?
The only thing that sends us there is fear, you guys. Right?
Yep, fear has us go to the doctor, and fear keeps us going. Fear. I remember doctors or dentists and always saying, I'll call you, thanks. Yeah, okay. Sure, $3,000 you want for putting a cap on my tooth that's going to do damage in the long term. Okay, our teeth, folks, are porous. They have holes in them. We put a cap on them, it suffocates them, and all sorts of problems happen.
And the cap traps,
I know this personally. Same. I have a cap.
I have a cap too.
My tooth next to it completely deteriorated and is gone. So, yeah, caps are not good.
They are not good. Refuse caps. They drill your tooth right down to the bone. There's like nothing left. And then they pop a thing over it where it's supposed to breathe.
Yeah.
You know?
And if you can remove your mercury fillings, if you have old mercury fillings, they're not really very good anymore, or horrible.
The heavy metals go straight to the brain. And yeah, porcelain is much better. Always ask. I think that's
dentistry is just as shady as the medical mafia. It's part of the medical. So beware. There are holistic dentists out there.
Yeah, sound healing dentists.
Do your research,
I'm starting to do my research right now, looking for some more natural dentist that's kind of laid back.
How does that work? Not sound healing dentistry.
Yeah, I've heard about sound healing dentistry, and they come in and they do sound healing, and it really helps, I guess, for tooth pain. You did it. Remember
that makes sense because
on the phone one day. Remember when you had really bad tooth pain? You said it helped a lot.
Yeah, because we are vibration. That makes sense. So if we use the right vibrations that can match that of our teeth, and probably help to. Yeah, that's amazing.
And we're learning there's a mineral toothpaste that you can use that has the same mineral in your tooth, we've been on it now for 2 months, and it's helped my teeth a lot already.
Yes, enamel building toothpaste we've been trying out for the first time, and it helps to rebuild enamel that a lot of the Crest and fluoride and Colgate and Crest and all the mainstream crap they told us was great with all the flavorings and additives and bubblegum
and shimmery squares
that strip the enamel right from our teeth. So then that keeps you as a dentist customer for the rest of your life, right? You got holes in your teeth, you got to get them filled. Then they mess them up even more with caps and all this stuff. So anyway, we went off on the dental tangent there.
Well, that's the talk show for you.
But it is real deal. We all got teeth, and we all got to deal with them. Tooth decay is like one of the number one things, and a lot of it comes from people speaking untruths.
Right, we say,
or not speaking up when they should.
They say Americans are some of the worst for saying, "I'm fine." People say, "How are you today?" "Good, I'm fine." "Good, I'm fine." We're like robots. Just hit the record button, right? And we're just so fake, and we lie, steal, cheat. I mean, we're really a bunch of, lying, walking zombies.
We're a bunch of immoral retards, really. And I'm more scared of people than animals out in nature. And Sasquatch, really. They don't scare us, but people with their low conscious level is more scary,
And they're not they're not on the level of an animal. They're lower at that point.
Yeah,
right when they're gonna kill another human being.
Yeah, in a drunken rage or over
and somewhere else.
Yeah.
Animals don't do that.
No. Absolutely. Yeah, Luv-A-Lution is all about non-violence. We know you have no right to initiate harm to another sentient being. That is the definition of a right.
So it's like government is immoral. They're harming all day.
All day. They have no right.
So
no one's right. And no one has any more rights than anyone else. And so why don't we talk about that instead of red, blue, go, yeah.
They're the same bird, just different wings, right, left. It's the same agenda. They're going to keep it going.
Absolutely.
Because Orange Face is in. People think, oh my God, we're saved. No, This is government.
It's like WWE. They are fighting each other on the stage, they go in the back in the locker room. They're best buddies.
Oh, that was good, right? You got them fooled. Yeah.
Because they're getting paid by the same fat cat that sits behind, in the dark, a cult.
Yeah.
So
we got to talk about it.
Yeah.
But also talk about where we're going.
We got to talk about the Pope's, that ritualistic passing of the Pope. Okay. On Easter Sunday. I mean, we're not Christians or any of that. We don't do religion. Religion's mental slavery. We got to get out of that. We know the teachings of Jesus, and we know it well. The Old Testament was more of the archonic demiurge, and we know about that. We've done the research. We've read it, and it is sick. The Old Testament with its sacrifice of animals, and all sorts of sick, twisted.
And how they sacrificed vengeful. Jesus.
Yeah.
These people's homeboy was put on a cross by the state, by the government, but yet we still worship the state, the government, even though we, go to church or whatever. It's backwards. We eat the blood of this guy, or eat the body, and it's just sacrifice.
I was raised Catholic, and the Catholic Mass is a watered down sacrifice ritual, eating the blood and body of Jesus. That is sick when we think about what we're doing in this Mass. And there's singing, and then hearing this fat pedophile usually up on the pulpit talking about what's in his book. I mean, come on. I was raised with all this nonsense, and we got to expand our perceptions. We got to smash those belief systems, the bullshit belief systems, BS, lies we tell ourselves, right? Believing something is a lie you tell yourself without looking into it, investigating it. And these are dangerous. These will lead us to false perceptions.
And we'll defend those beliefs to the death. Sorry. We'll defend those beliefs.
Yeah, because the ego, once they're hardened, the ego says, I'm right. You can't tell me that I've been fooled my whole life.
Yeah.
And no, we got to question. And no, you can't know everything. But in one lifetime. But wanting to know is where it starts. You got to want to know.
Like you said, an objective truth.
There is an objective truth. The truth is simple. It's what is. What has happened, what is happening, and what will continue to happen. The truth simply is. It's really, we think it's subjective. It's what has occurred, what is occurring, and what will continue to occur. And that if we, stay down the line of being an immoral society, we will continue to be more enslaved. Whereas a more moral society will experience more freedom. That's called the law of freedom. The more moral a society, the more free it is. The more immoral the behaviors and actions of a society, the more enslaved it'll become.
And that's why these laws are hidden from us, you guys. They're hidden from us so that we do not know the solution and how to get out of this mess. But people want to refuse all this science. They want to refuse it because they don't know about it. So they want to say it's not real, even though they don't even know what's real. They don't know.
You're right.
That's frustrating.
True. Very true.
The solution is aligning with truth, natural law.
Yeah, knowing thyself, doing that inner work, folks.
Asking
knowing
questions.
That you are love and you are life. You're not having love and you don't look. You're not having a life and you're not looking for love. You are love.
Right.
They have us looking out there, external. That's why all relationships unfortunately, or they're all based on a house of cards. When we're looking out there to love something, we got to start within. When you're looking at them in the mirror, that's where it starts.
And then marriage is a scam, because then that separates you from everybody, right? Oh, it's just me and my family, and I just do with my family, and it's really a little business.
Yeah.
What it is, it's a little business.
And you got to pay the big business so that you can have your little business under their business.
Yeah, and it ties you to that person.
And they keep their nose in your business once it gets ugly.
Yeah, it ties you legally, yeah, and then it gets nasty if you ever split, because now it's all like a contract and everybody's signed. And
you're right, yeah. And then you got to go to their courts. So
John Paul and I aren't married, but we have a sacred union, and we're going to be together for a long time. We love each other so much.
Past lives together, we're going to have future lives. But anyway,
what you can do, though, is what I'm saying, is an affidavit to have your partner be your POA, your power of attorney, and that's pretty much really what would help in case of an emergency, is having them as your power of attorney. That's all I wanted to mention.
Yeah, we're learning about the whole world of finances and contracts and registration and all this stuff, and your straw man, really fascinating stuff. I recommend the book Meet Your Straw Man. It'll blow your mind. And
you can control that straw man.
Yeah, very powerful stuff. So we were talking about something else before.
So everything's a scam, everything's a lie, most of it. So do your research and keep learning. Get to the bottom of it. Get to the truth. Get to the truth of the matter. That's our goal. Who's always asking the questions and getting to the truth. So we love you all so much. Sending love, truth, and freedom to you wherever you are in this beautiful universe. And we love you because we love ourselves. I don't want to hurt anybody. And I am here to cause no harm as best as I can.
Yes, when we learn these occulted sciences of natural law, we just immediately resonated with it. From Mark Passio, an amazing teacher, and we resonated with what he was saying and how it made such sense. They've hidden these sciences and really the inner workings of our universe and reality, how it works, so then they can further control us and enslave us and confuse us. Absolutely, this is the land of confusion, as Genesis once sang about. And that's the land of obfuscation too. They just have us so confused with this thing's going on, that thing, and who knows what's true. And so you just give up and you think there isn't any truth to know. You can't know. Yeah, you can. Government, slavery, right? Genocide, indoctrination, propaganda, and it's real. Transhumanism. Let's not get into AI so much, folks. It ain't your friend. These robots doing your dishes, doing your chores. It's not cool when they start, the drones start delivering your packages and your freedoms are all gone. So Thomas Jefferson, I think, said, we can give up our privacy for the security, where if you do that, you're going to have neither. Right? So never think when you give up some privacy for some more security by the government, because they don't care about you. They never have. They never will. All right. And these clown suit puppets have nothing, do not care about you. They are just actors on a stage.
It's a corporation working for...
They're working for the corporations. The U.S. corporation, the whatever country, are corporations. Know how that is, and it's set up that way so that you'll never know how it works. So know the maritime laws, know the laws of the land. All right, we got to do our homework, as our amazing, inspirational being Jordan Maxwell once said. Right, well, that's Angie singing in the background. Excuse me, he loves music. Yeah, buddy. So it's about the unification of consciousness, thinking, feeling, and doing. Are all of those things in sync? And are you doing no harm? Well, then you're well on your way on your Luv-A-Lution. And your Luv-A-Lution is important. Everyone does. We're all important in this. We're all in this together. All right? Everyone affects everyone else. If we know that we're all interconnected energy, consciousness, frequency, having a human experience, right? Subjectively, some people were over here, you're over there. Hi, like when you are thinking of someone, then you call them, and they say, "Whoa, I was just thinking about you." Yeah, that's because I was sending my thought, telepathy. We do have this ability. We can send conscious thoughts. Doesn't matter through time and space, 3,000 miles away in a second.
And we used to be able to do it with the animals even. I did have an experience. Chickadee told me thank you for helping her. But we used to be able to do it with the animals. That was so fascinating.
Yes.
We didn't need to say too many words when we were at this heart-based society or community.
Yeah.
You knew when your friend, how people were feeling.
Yeah. So, yeah, they'd say, "Whoa, I was just thinking about you too. Wow." It's not a coincidence. We're all interconnected energy, having that subjective, conscious human experience in different places, but all in the now simultaneously, where they got us hooked on the time, the day, the temperature, all these different things, the calendar, and the day of the week,
Keep us out of our hearts.
Yeah.
And in our left brain.
Yeah. You're right. To that thinking that life is linear, that there's a beginning, middle, and an end. No, it's not. You're all that is, was, and can be. Life isn't linear. It's cyclical, really. It goes in a horse, round and round and round, or like a donut. Think of a donut. That's the Groundhog's Day. The same thing. If we don't question, change up our behavior, and we're doing the same thing every day, like a flesh robot. Going to work, get up, make the coffee, gonna eat some breakfast, gotta go.
In the Matrix.
In the Matrix, yeah. All day. If you're not doing that, what the hell are you thinking? What kind of person are you? No, we want to know more. Right? That's what motivates us, not getting more stuff. All right? That's what motivates us. Teaching the kids the truth, the trivium.
Nature. So they can care about it.
Of natural laws, nature, so she can be taken care of in the generations to come, instead of pissed all over by our generation, the elder generations, just greedy. I mean, we should all be flying around with the technology they have in carbon fiber spaceships by now. They got the technology, they just don't want us to have it.
Electromagnetic vehicles are now coming out, but they've always had those.
We're in the dinosaur age with our cars. They haven't changed in 100+ years, really.
Yeah.
Just more electronics, more surveillance, and more positioning satellites on us.
Yeah, if we hovered over the Earth, we would damage her a lot less. We would damage the animals a lot less. But they don't come out open with this technology because they don't really give a shit about us. Or the Earth.
No.
They don't give a shit, so they're not going to be open about these things. So, yeah, investigating,
Yes,
questioning.
loving Mother Earth. She's our true mother. That makes sense. Growing up, I wasn't really taught about the Earth. Raised Catholic, it kind of disconnects you from the Earth, and that the only cool thing about nature is the sunset, and that's kind of how I was raised, going to just enjoy sunsets all the time. Not saying there's anything wrong with sunsets, I love them. But now we're enjoying sunrises.
But I wanted to add to that. We're not taught about the animals, the ecosystems, the trees, bees. We're taught to go watch the sunset. And stay clean, watch the sunset from your balcony.
Don't get bugs on you.
Don't go on the earth. Don't dig in. Don't get the worms. Yeah. No, we get our shoes off all the time. I feel so connected to Mother Earth with my shoes off. A lot, and I think that makes me who I am. I haven't worn shoes most of my life, like in the summer especially, and that helps balance you. So we encourage anyone out there to take your shoes off.
Yes, connect with the earth, get those positive and negative ions flowing. You need both in order for balance and health, right? We're very imbalanced on the pH scale, excuse me, on the pH scale, and as energetic beings, with the chakras. So it really helps and is very powerful, easy healing. And also I recommend this one breathing thing that I used to do with what was it? The guy that climbed Everest. Anyway, Wim Hof. He climbed Everest in his shorts, and he's just disproving all the conventional science. And he's amazing. But anyways, what you do is about 30 or 40 deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. You got to be sitting down, can't be driving. And you kind of get a euphoric high, and you kind of feel like you're tripping a little. It's crazy. And so beware, but it's super healthy, super oxygenating all your cells, and your body starts to tingle. So you got to be sitting down and can't be driving. 30 or 40 deep breaths in and out, in through the nose, out through the mouth. And your body, and what you're doing is supercharging basically your body, the immune system, and your cells to more oxygen than it's used to, and you feel it. You feel pretty amazing and euphoric. So
that's where the oxygen machines come in too.
Yeah, oxygen is needed to help the body balance the pH, right? Fight off disease, keep the immune system strong. Thank you, Angus, for not throwing that at your brother. Thank you. All right. And, wow, we got 10 minutes left. We're enjoying. It's a beautiful spring day up here on the Luv-A-Lution now. We see Canada's mountains over there and a little bit of hazy skies. They've been spraying.
We got some potatoes to put in the yard, onions, garlic. We're excited. We got cucumbers, radish, beets.
Yes, Mother Earth is coming back to life. Yeah. It's exciting.
Plant something today.
Yeah, the season of sacrifice is coming to an end. May Day. Remember the satanic sacrifices. And this season of sacrifice that is real from the dark occultists. All right. And they...
Rest in peace, Virginia. I forgot her last name, but she was one of the whistleblowers of Jeffrey Epstein.
Yes.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. Thoughts and all love go out to her family. And
she's flying high now.
Yeah.
Back to her true self.
Yeah. No such thing as death, folks. Life's a dream. We're the imagination of ourselves. Just a transfer of energy. It's a beautiful thing. Nothing to be scared of. And you energy can't be destroyed or created, right? Only transferred. So out of this low dimension, we think death is so horrible and scary, and from all the horror movies and the media and TV shows and violence that we've associated with it. And religion too uses death as a big fear tactic. And don't be scared
to speak up.
So and know that age is a belief, right? You're not the number of times you've been around the sun on this planet. No. Tell yourself, I'm not getting older, I'm getting younger. I'm getting more amazing. I'm getting more love. I'm feeling more love than ever. Because you are love. I am love.
You don't need anyone to tell you you're great to feel that love. You are love.
Absolutely.
Right? They can't see that? Too bad.
Yep, the animals know this. They know we're love. And that's why we can connect with them. Even, I'm watching a cat and a little hamster, and they look like they're going to be buddies instead of predator-prey. Because we're facilitating and watching them, making sure, and we're going to facilitate a nice, loving relationship. No harming here, no violence. Yeah. Even though she has those instincts as a predator, our cat.
Yeah, I wanted to add, growing up, when I was growing up, we had a kitty cat that got into our hamster's cage and would snuggle with him. So
wow.
that would shock most people. And yes, that is true. So.
And guinea pig too, right? Mm-hmm. A guinea pig that snuggle with your cat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do the bird of the day.
All right, bird of the day.
Today we're going to do a hawk. We're going to do a hawk that we saw today that has come back to Maine, has flown back from South America.
Yes.
Who is it?
The beautiful broad-winged hawk. It's a medium-sized hawk, the smaller hawk. It's distinguishable by bright white band on its tail feather. As it's flying above you, you can see a bright white band about an inch or so wide on its tail feather.
Yep, and in the wild they eat small rodents, snakes, frogs. They go near meadows, and they like wetlands. So I'm going to do a call that you might recognize when you're outside, and you might hear them. There's the broad-winged hawk.
Ladies and gentlemen, wow, what a call. That was beautiful. It's 555, and we're doing bird calls here on the Luv-A-Lution show.
We're getting excited about nature.
Yeah, we love you. We made it through another cold winter where we are, so it's a celebratory. We're feeling high and feeling great because...
Yeah, we're tired of loading that wood stove every 2 hours.
This winter kicked our butts, but we're up and we're back and we're loving it, loving ourselves, and love doing this show, coming to you live transmission off the grid on our power
right there.
pack here, portable power pack, 600 watt. We charge it up with solars so we can do our show. And, it's great.
Yeah, we hope you've enjoyed this show today. We're here every Tuesday night.
Yes,
5 to 6 p.m. right here in Studio A, Eastern Time.
Yeah, help support the amazing platform, freedomslips.com. Click the donation tab or Revolution.radio. All right.
Thank you.
Well, we love you guys. And we're doing this because we care. We love ourselves. And we want to teach you to have love in your life. It starts with you.
Let's manifest. Let's
love
manifest.
ourselves to love others.
Sweet, man.
Love your children, to teach them the example of love. Love your kids no matter what. All right? You might not like everything they do, but you got to love them no matter what. Love your animals no matter what. And make sure they don't kill each other. That's what we're trying to do here. And, yeah. Know thyself to love thyself. Free in one's mind control. Get into that higher level of love. Agape, that highest level. That's why we're doing that. Love is the law, baby.
Love for animals, plants, trees, people, the earth. We love you.
Revolution. Peace.
Thank you for listening to Revolution Radio.